as she starts to address us.
Everybody ready? Good afternoon, everyone. Let me just say that I am proud to stand here with leaders from our region. There are over 30 mayors represented here who I think reflect the concerns that are going on in our communities right now. A week ago, everything was peaceful in the city of Los Angeles and in all of the representatives behind me in their cities as well. Things began to be difficult on Friday when raids took place, and it's important that I begin there because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los Angeles and other cities. This was provoked by the White House. The reason why, we don't know. I posit that maybe we are part of a national experiment to determine how far the federal government can go in reaching in and taking over power from a governor, power from a local jurisdiction, and frankly, leaving our city and our citizens, our residents, in fear. All of us represent cities in this region where immigrants are key, and if in some cases not the majority of the population. To have people live in fear like it is today is just unacceptable. So we started off by hearing the administration wanted to go after violent felons, gang members, drug dealers. But when you raid Home Depots and workplaces, when you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored caravans through our streets, you're not trying to keep anyone safe. You're trying to cause fear and panic. And when you start deploying federalized troops on the heels of these raids, it is a drastic and chaotic LA raided, where many Korean and Latino workers work long hours to support their families. Let me just say that I am very proud to stand here with the mayors, the leadership of so many cities, but you should take note that the individuals that are here with me today are all leaders in their area, and we all stand in support and solidarity and call for the raids to end. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mayor Lemons from the city of Paramount.
Thank you, Mayor Bass, for bringing us together today and for your leadership in this difficult time. I stand before you today as the mayor of Paramount, a proud, tight-knit community that has been deeply shaken by recent events. In the last few days, our residents have faced loss, uncertainty, and fear. For many in our city, this has been one of the most devastating moments in recent memory. Lives have been disrupted, families are too afraid to leave their homes, and the very places that once served as gathering spots for joy, like our beloved swap meet, have been marred by fear. As a vibrant gathering, myself and members of the City Council witnessed the devastation firsthand that Saturday morning. We share We share the same anger, sadness, and trauma. Then to see the presence of the National Guard in our city, it only makes things worse and leads to unnecessary escalation. We will also be seeking out our residents who have been directly impacted so that we may hear from them and provide direct support. Paramount is resilient. We've been through challenges before, and we will rise together. We are also grateful for the regional collaboration that's happening right now. We cannot face this alone. This is a moment for cities to stand united, regardless of our boundaries, because when one community is hurting, we all feel it. To our neighboring cities, to the county, to the state agency, and to—
I myself am a combat veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I've served in the theaters of Iraq and Afghanistan in defense of this country and in defense of the Constitution of the United States. Militarization of immigration enforcement has no place in our neighborhoods. And the deployment of Marines on U.S. soil is an alarming escalation that undermines the values of democracy. As mayors across this region, we stand united in rejecting fear-based tactics that target immigrant communities and erode public trust. Let me say that one more time. We stand against these fear-based tactics that target immigrant communities and erode public trust. We call on federal leaders to uphold civil rights and end the militarization of enforcement and to pursue humane, community-centered solutions. Our communities are not battlegrounds. Deploying military forces and conducting militarized ICE raids in immigrant neighborhoods is not about public safety. It is about political theater that is rooted in fear. It threatens families, traumatizes children, and corrodes the foundational trust between local government and the people that we serve. I stand shoulder to shoulder with Mayor Bass and with my fellow leaders and fellow mayors here, and any leader who values justice over intimidation. We will protect our residents, we will speak out against unconstitutional actions, and we will continue to build cities where all people, regardless of immigration status, can live without fear. I understand that the deployment of 700 Marines out of 29 Palms, and I believe the unit is 27, have been deployed to the Los Angeles area. I have a message for those Marines who are probably watching. Brothers, I myself have fought in different theaters. I fought wars. And I will tell you this, the people that you are here who have been called foreigners are not foreigners. These are Americans. And when we lifted our hands and we swore the oath to defend the Constitution and to defend this country, that oath was to the American people. It was not to a dictator. It was not to a tyrant. It was not to a president. It was to the American people. And the people that are here in these communities, in the city of LA, and the cities that you'll hear from, are Americans. Whether they have a document or they don't, you're dealing with Americans. So please remember that. If you're ever put in a situation or asked to do something, remember, you are dealing with Americans. With that being said, up next I'll introduce Mayor Judith Merlot from the city of Vernon. Sí, en español, mi nombre es Arturo Flores, yo soy el alcalde de la ciudad de Huntington Park. Estoy aquí hoy yo como veterano de los Estados Unidos, de la Marina, para decirle al público que lo que está pasando no está bien. Yo he peleado en guerras y yo tengo un mensaje para los marines, los 700 marines que están aquí en Los Ángeles hoy en día. Que las personas que ellos van a ver, que ellos van a estar en Los Ángeles, no son personas que son de un diferente país, no son personas que son terroristas. Estos son personas que son americanos. Entonces nosotros como una comunidad tenemos que elevar nuestra voz y decir que este tipo de injusticia no se vale. Y el mensaje es que las personas que están aquí en Los Ángeles son americanos. Con papeles o sin papeles, somos americanos porque creemos en el sueño americano. Después quiero introducir al alcalde Judith Merlot de la ciudad de Vernon. Gracias.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, for having us. As Mayor of the City of Vernon, I want to reaffirm our city unwavering commitment to the safety, dignity, and well-being of individuals, regardless of immigration status. I'm here today to stand in solidarity with Mayor Bass and the other local elected officials facing immigration, raids, and military presence in their cities. These recent events have been stressful and upsetting for many. In many challenging times, I want to reassure you, the people of Los Angeles, Southeast Los Angeles, and throughout the region, that we are your public servants, your neighbors, and your active partners, striving to maintain safe and inclusive communities. Thank you. I am now going to present Mayor Maria Davila from Southgate.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Bass, for uniting all the mayors of the city of LA and the surrounding cities. As a mayor of the city of Southgate, I'm at whole with everything that is going on and how ICE is scaring our communities. Just as we were on our way over here, we were notified that they were raiding the city of Southgate. And that's unacceptable, because you're targeting communities, you're targeting residents where children are living, where they reside. And this is unacceptable. It is hard for us as elected officials to hear that a person who is representing us up in the federal level is capable of doing such a horrendous, just unbelievable things to our constituents and to our people. We understand, that we have to uphold the law. But at the same time, we need to understand that we have families who are scared. We have residents who are scared. We have parents, we have children. Now our children are out of school. And what are they gonna do? Are they gonna be kept at home just because, the raids are continuing here in our communities? That's unacceptable. We need to continue being united and let Washington, D.C. understand that this is a community of immigrants. We are all immigrants. I am an immigrant myself. I came to the United States, and I am working for our community. The current action of ICE treats immigrants as criminals. We are not criminals. We are hardworking people. We came to the United States to work, to better our families. The humanizing and targeting people who often threat, Southgate stands with our surrounding cities and to all our community. The people of the city of Southgate, I'm talking to you. You are not alone. We are here with you, and we are going to be helping and also making sure that everyone is safe. So with that, I am going to be calling up Mayor from Ventura, Jeanette Sanchez Palacio.
Thank you. Good afternoon or good morning still, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mayor Bass, for inviting us. Thank you to all the mayors who are here throughout California. And while you may see many of us, there are many more who are not here, who could not be here with us today, but who support this effort in being united together. We are outraged and heartbroken by the recent and ongoing ICE lives are in fear. The fields will go unharvested. The impact is felt not only at the local level, but it will also be felt at the national level. Everything will be affected, and every American who is here and relies on the labor of these individuals will also be affected. These same individuals are also the community who held up the large portion of essential workforce while we were in the pandemic, or for seeking a better life for themselves or their loved ones. And so we call for a swift and coordinated action by our federal officials to put an end to these destructive practices and instead focus on a comprehensive immigration reform. We call on our fellow elected leaders to raise their voices with courage and to center estemos. Estas redadas que ICE ha estado haciendo es simplemente para intimidar a nuestra comunidad que durante la pandemia fueron los que estuvieron trabajando fuerte allá. Ellos fueron los que ayudaron a este estado sobresalir la pandemia y ahora están siendo directamente afectados y atacados por esta administración. Lo que necesitamos es una reforma comprensiva de inmigración. Y aunque tenemos muchos funcionarios aquí, y que pongan la humanidad en el centro de cada decisión. Ahora se los regreso al alcalde Bass. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone that spoke. Let me just say that of the leaders that are standing here, whether a raid took place in your city or not, it's the sense of fear that is spread when these raids take place. And I think everybody here knows that maybe today it was the city of Los Angeles, tomorrow it's one of yours.
Okay, well, you have been listening live there in downtown Los Angeles. They are now introducing the other city leaders that are in attendance for this press conference. We heard from several, the city of Paramount, Huntington Park, Vernon, Southgate, and Ventura. Certainly a sign of united collaboration regionally among city leaders, not just Los Angeles. Of course, we did not get any new details about the curfew situation that began last night. Perhaps we will get more later during this news conference, and we will update you all afternoon right here on Eyewitness News.
Absolutely. We just know so many of them came together. We know that Mayor Karen Bass said at least 30 local mayors were there, but it was kind of poignant because we were hearing from the mayor of Paramount saying
these raids at Home Depots, restaurants, places of worship, or schools are not keeping our community safe. They are creating havoc and fear. This is not the way to provide public safety to the community. We're calling on the administration to change course and do their job correctly. Thank you. Soy Mario Trujillo, alcalde anticipado y current council member de la ciudad. Nuestro trabajo como personas elegidas es protección. Lo que la gente quiere de nosotros como los elegidos, protección. Lo que la gente quiere de nosotros como los elegidos es protección de su familia y sus casas. Lo que está haciendo el gobierno federal.
But we're going to go through, we're going to ask the mayors to introduce themselves, their name and their city, and if there has been a raid there. Any follow-up, we will give you the contact information, but we want everybody to have an opportunity to speak before you open up for questions.
My name is Gil Hurtado, council member of the city of Southgate. Soy Gil Hurtado, concejal de la ciudad de Southgate. Y nomás quería agregar que aunque físicamente ahora estuvieron en Southgate, psicológicamente han estado ahí desde el principio. What I was just saying in Spanish was that although ICE had not been in our community physically until this morning,
California did when they became a state in 1850 was pass a law that allowed the enslavement of California natives. So I stand in solidarity with my colleagues behind me, and I denounce the fear that is taking place in our communities. And I thank Mayor Bass for your leadership. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Alberto Méndez, soy de la ciudad de Fillmore. Hello, my name is Albert, ciudad de Fillmore. Hello, my name is Albert Méndez, I'm with the city of Fillmore, and I stand in solidarity with Mayor Bass and my fellow mayors. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sal Melendez, mayor for the city of Montebello, and I just want to echo what one of my colleagues said from Southgate. Physically, ICE has not been in the city of Montebello, but psychologically they're there. Our community is in fear, our community is afraid to go out, and I want to thank Mayor Bass for putting this together, and I stand in solidarity with all of my colleagues in the region. Thank you.
Good morning, Jessica Ancona, Mayor for the City of El Monte. Buenos días, Jessica Ancona, Alcaldesa para la Ciudad del Monte. Although we haven't had ICE raids in the City of El Monte as of Friday, back in February, we did have a raid or a family detained, the brother and mother of a young woman who was battling cancer. Their primary caregiver of the young lady was taken, as well as the brother. And at that time, I mobilized resources to get them representation on behalf of Congressman Gil Cisneros. I reached out to the Attorney General's office to provide them as much support as we could. So I'm here standing with all of my colleagues, mayors, council members, local officials.
City since the time of our founding 40 years ago. In early February, my community experienced homemade signs with the logo for the Department of Homeland Security and the phone number for the ICE hotline all throughout our entertainment district. We've been living in anticipation and fear of what is happening right now, and I'm proud to be here standing in solidarity with mayors behind me and from across the country who are standing firmly against the destruction and disruption happening to our local communities. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Melissa Ramoso, council member and former mayor for the city of Artesia. I'm here today in solidarity with all the people who look like me are supporting people who look like my Latino brother. People who look like me are supporting people who look like my Latino brothers and sisters here. It's going to happen to the AA and HBI community. It's going to happen to everywhere, to all the ethnicities. So I implore all of the other leaders to stand up and stand together in solidarity with all of us today. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Cynthia Gonzalez. I'm the vice mayor for the city of Cudahy, the Cela region, and although the raids haven't happened in our small city, they are happening in Southeast Los Angeles pretty heavily, and we stand united. And I also want to speak to Americans, especially to those who have allowed sitting, and I couldn't have family members do it. There are neighbors. We don't ask our neighbors whether they have documentation or not. We are all united and we are all here. And if you should have anger, it should be for the gutting of Medicaid, it should be for the gutting of your Social Security, and it should be for corporate greed, because that is who they're after. And they're using our brown bodies to avoid the conversation that this administration is a failure and they do not know how to legislate.
Good afternoon. My name is Lana Negrete. I'm the mayor of the city of Santa Monica. Although we have not had raids, we have seen vehicles. It has created fear as a community who is still recovering. I'm a small business owner myself from COVID and the impacts to our local economy. And then the fires. We are seeing restaurants close, car washes shut down, and our local economy suffer. So my only message is that if this administration is concerned about economy, we are the fourth strongest. This is impacting the small business owners in a huge way. And I urge our community to try to stay together and calm the anxieties. Today we have graduates crossing the stage. This should not overshadow their opportunity as they launch into our community as young adults. And so my message to Santa Monica and everybody around is that we are here as local leaders. We are trying to provide as much transparency. If I know anything from the fires, it's consistent communication and collaboration, togetherness. So standing here today, we are sending a sign, and there's many that are not here, that we stand together. We are working together to share information, to quell the anxiety in our community as much as we can. So thank you for having us here.
Good morning, good afternoon. We need direction with all of our great city council members. We need help and guidance on what we could do for our residents, but I'm asking you, please stop the raids. This has to stop now. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Doug Halter, Deputy Mayor of the City of Ventura, and this is absolutely unconscionable what's going on. I had never thought in my life that I would be seeing this sort of disruption and this sort of terrorism attack on our citizens, on our community, on our residents, our friends, our family, our neighbors, our workers, our employers. Everything that impacts one part of our community impacts all.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Council Member Velma Cuellar Stallings. Buenos días, yo soy la Council Member de la Ciudad de Paramount. Señora Vilma Cuellar Stallings, first of all, thank you, Mayor Bass, for having this. And on behalf of Paramount, I just want you to tell all of you that we're standing together. And together, we're going to get this done. Please, please, Paramount, know that we're here for you. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Leticia López y estoy con la
and everyone and doing everything we can to help.
Thank you, thank you. We'll open it up for questions now, and let me just say that we will provide everyone's contact information up here because we only have a few minutes for questions, but we want you to have complete access. Yes, are you gonna? I'm sorry, do I have what?
Do you have any comment about, or do you have any?
The military that have been designated to be deployed, if you add them all up, it's more military than are serving today in Iraq. And the money that is being spent, $130 million, all of our cities could use that money.
I was hoping you could speak to the fact that some people have described what's going on as rioting, whether you agree or disagree with that terminology, and if you disagree with it, I was hoping you could confirm that no one is being booked under Penal Code 404, which is the rioting penal code.
I have not heard that. I've not heard of anybody being booked under that. You know, we established a curfew last. Our looting, our vandalism is not supporting the cause of immigrants. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing that because they know that that can trigger an even greater reaction from the administration. And so that is a picture you'd know in downtown Los Angeles because we are here. You know that this is isolated to several streets in downtown Los Angeles. The curfew that we put in place yesterday is about 6 square miles of a city that is 500 square miles. So the portrayal is that all of our cities are in chaos, rioting is happening everywhere, and it is a lie. The federalized National Guard, and you know they have one mission here, and that is to protect one building downtown. They weren't needed downtown. They weren't needed for that then, they're not needed now. When we did the curfew last night, it was all local law enforcement.
Do you believe there should be a line of communication?
Absolutely. I mean, well, first of all, I don't think it should be happening at all. But yes, there should be a line of communication.
So U.S. Attorney Bill Daley did announce some charges today.
Oh, he did, okay.
And he said, quote, when protesting crosses the line into violence, the penalties will be severe. He's talking about up to 10 years in prison for possessing knowledge.
Is handling not only these protests, but their immigration policy.
Well, I mean, I think that the other cities recognize if the nation's second largest city and our region that has 88 cities in it and is larger than 40 states, that's LA County, if it can happen here, then what does that say about states whose population doesn't even match the population of our county?
We're going to go to Craig, Josh, and then AP. Good morning, Mayor. The curfew enforcement last night.
A time limit to it, and so the curfews will go on as long as they are needed. But you know, it's really kind of interdependent on what the response is from the federal side. If there are raids that continue, if there are soldiers marching up and down our street, I would imagine that the curfew will continue. What I'm hoping is that Angelino's got the message last night that we are serious. The fact that the arrests last night were relatively minor, I am hoping that we won't have any arrests tonight.
Did it work last night as expected?
Yes, it did.
We're going to go to Josh, AP, and then
Mayor, I know you've asked the administration to stop the raids, but have you gotten any indication?
No, I do not.
Are you open to the idea of suggesting that maybe they assist the LAPD in enforcing the curfew? And
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. As one of our Marines who is up here, they are trained in warfare on foreign lands, not domestic. They cannot arrest. I don't know what role that they would play. And then just think about having the military here. When you see what's going on around here, if you drive a few blocks outside of downtown, you don't know that anything is happening in the city at all. Blocks outside of downtown, you don't know that anything is happening in the city at all.
down to AP, and then right here.
Hi, can you just talk about the metrics that you're considering for lifting the curfew? You know, you said things generally went well last night, seemingly peaceful demonstrators last night. So what do you say to people who says excessive force against people who are, you know, out on the streets protesting the same stuff that you're describing as unconscionable?
Well, what I do believe is that we need to evaluate what has happened. One thing about our cities is that there's cameras everywhere. So individuals might not have been arrested on the day they committed the crime. It doesn't mean they won't coming down the line. But there have been allegations, and we need to check into each one of those.
Down in front here, and then we'll go to Politico, and then
Max Adler, Bloomberg. Do you have any idea how much extra LAPD spending was accrued since Friday? How will that impact the fiscal year? Additionally, there have been reports that the police hitting journalists and other innocent people.
Oh, yes, yes.
Will the next budget include extra funding for
Right, right. Well, let me just tell you that I don't have any idea how much is being spent in overtime now. Again, unnecessary. Didn't need to happen in the first place. I am concerned about the breadth and power that is represented here. You have over 30 leaders of cities, 30 cities joining together to talk about how this is impacting all of us. You know that in a year the World Cup is going to be here? 8 games. All of our cities are going to be involved in the World Cup. I know the president is excited about the World Cup and wants to be supportive of the World Cup. The best way to support the World Cup? In the raids, and frankly, share some of that financial support that you're giving unnecessarily to the military.
And do you have any plans when, if that doesn't happen?
I'm wondering, politically speaking, what would you say the biggest lesson is that you took from 2020 and the subsequent backlash?
Well, in all fairness, in 2020, I was in Congress and I was doing police reform on a national level, so I spent most of my time visiting other cities, so I can't comment about 2020 here. Sorry.
I was just wondering if you could quantify the impact the raids that continue going with culturally, financially, emotionally to California.
You know, we are trying to quantify that now, and I would invite. I had talked to a friend that went to the grocery store, and the shelves were empty. Why? Because the immigrant labor didn't come to work. And this is an issue whether you are legal or not. You have people going to the immigration office for their annual check-ins that they're supposed to do with papers and going in and getting detained along with their families. So, you know, I think the cost has to be looked at comprehensively, not just to vandalism and police overtime, but the human cost to the disruption of these families.
Can I follow up on that though? Like there's shows up at the music center at the LA Opera, the Fiddle, and Take With Us.
Thank you. Appreciate you.